We've had one London derby this week, and you're now in for a treat. We get two London derbies in the space of the same week. Ain't we spoiled? Up next is Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. And in all honesty, it's a good time to play Chelsea. And if we're West Ham, we've got to hit them where they're most vulnerable. The 2-1 defeat against Southampton was a big concern for Chelsea players, staff and fans. And that is for many reasons. First and foremost, it showed that playing players too deeply is not going to have good results. Ziyech, I think, has played way too deeply for Chelsea, and he's not maximising his potential. The same could be said for Mason Mount, who has struggled to go forward a lot this season, and the same could be said as well for Kai Havertz. Havertz is typically seen as a reliable goal scorer and a creative player for Chelsea, but he's had that restricted this season quite a lot. As far as Chelsea's recruitment went over the summer, on deadline day, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang signed, and he's replacing Timo Werner. Prior to Timo Werner, there was all that drama with Romelu Lukaku, and I think that's left a nasty taste in a lot of Chelsea fans' mouths. How he could treat the club like that and just be so bitter and resentful. No, you never want that in your changing room. And Timo Werner didn't exactly hit it off in the Premier League, and he's gone back to RB Leipzig, where he scored a hat-trick in the first half just the other day. Yeah, missing something. Aubameyang signed. He's the clinical goal scorer that the fans have probably been asking for. But does he really have the players to work around with him? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what it is about the Chelsea team, but there's something about it that's a bit off. I think Edouard Mendy's not been the same class goalkeeper ever since he had that photo taken with Astrid Vett. The curse of that is probably not appropriate to say on a video. I know there are kids watching. I know that Kalidou Koulibaly signed as well, and I know he's a great defender. He is 31 years old. It's not exactly a long-term signing. And there's been a very scatterbrained approach to Chelsea's transfers. Not to say they haven't got in new players, but it's been very disjointed, I feel. And that's why Todd Boehly, the owner, is trying to look to shift things up. Maybe get a director of football in and a head of recruitment as well. And maybe change things up for Chelsea. I would say that we always go up against them and match them when we try, and we either lose narrowly, draw, or we get a narrow win. I do enjoy playing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge because we've got some good results there in the past, like the 2019 win where West Ham won 1-0, David Martin and Aaron Cresswell story. There's just something, like I say, that's not right about Chelsea. Nothing's clicking with them this season, and it's having bad effects on the pitch. West Ham plays like it did against Spurs in that second half of that game. I think that we can really give Chelsea a good run for the money. I'd expect Scamacca to be in contention to start in the game if he is feeling better and he's not unwell. Paqueta, does he get a start for me? Probably not just yet, because Ben Rama's playing absolutely amazing. But I think if we keep like pretty much the same team that started against Spurs, I think we'll be all right, because that team that started against Spurs ended up turning out to be pretty good. Lineup wasn't that inspiring, but it was good, and the players put in a lot of effort. I think if we put in that same amount of effort and that same amount of grit against this lot, we'll certainly get a result. At least a draw is what I'm expecting, really. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this. Just have an inclination that we won't beat them, but we won't lose to them. So as long as we can get a draw and still put in a good performance and not have to chase the game too much, I think we'll be just fine. And yeah, big London derby, as I say, and a difficult fixture on paper that West Ham shouldn't really be too worried about. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you like this opposition uncovered, as brief as it was, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to sub for more content. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all soon.